Hi everyone, I'm Claire and this is my vlog, Love's Red Sews. So welcome back if you are an existing subscriber and welcome if you are new. I might just take these glasses off actually because I think they're reflecting a little bit. So today is my weekly Sunday Sews catch up and I am recording this on Saturday as I always do, and today is just a general catch up. I've got a few things to share with you that I've made. I've got a little fabric haul to share with you and just sort of general discussion about some of my up and coming plans. So I hope you will enjoy today's vlog and consider subscribing if you don't already do. So you may see Ralphie today. He is he's lying on the floor just down here at the moment. So husband is actually away at the moment, so he had to go and do some sort of site inspections yesterday in London and sort of across the other side of London out towards Essex, and one of his friends kind of lives on the route, so he hasn't seen him in quite a while, so he arranged to meet up with him and stayed over at their house last night. So he is on his way back. Hopefully he doesn't have too many issues on the trains today because the weather is just horrendous today. It's really rainy and I think there's a storm coming, or it's kind of here on its way. Ralphie is now down here, so he may possibly jump up. He's a little bit curious. Hello Ralphie. Hello, I'm trying to record to all these lovely people. He's a little bit clingy today because his daddy is not here, I think. But yeah, we've had a nice little time together sort of yesterday and last night, and we're just waiting for his daddy to arrive back today. So first of all, I will, if I can stand up, I will share what I'm wearing, if Ralph will allow. So this is one of my new makes this week, and this is one of the Drew sweaters by Tilly and the Buttons. So this is a new pattern. If you haven't already seen, it's a raglan style sweater. I'll pop a picture in up here of what the sweater looks like, or the pattern. And this was the first one that I've made. I've actually made 3 this week. Honestly, they are so quick to come together. Once you've got the bits and pieces cut out, it really doesn't take long at all. Now, I really quite like the colour block version, and all 3 of the sweaters that I've made are in the colour block version. So I've got one of them on today, which is the first one I've made, and I've just paired this with some ready to wear leggings, and I've just got a plain black t-shirt on underneath. This is quite a snuggly sort of fabric, so it's really nice in this weather, and both of these fabrics were in my stash. So this one is a kind of a French terry, fleeceback French terry, which I got from Simple Life Fabrics, and then the sort of neon coral was from Guthrie Garney, and this was, I think this was on previously on a pre-order, which I had pre-ordered because I really like the colour of it, and I've also got the matching ribbon to go with it as well, which matches absolutely perfectly. So I've put that around the neckline, the cuff, and also along the waistband. But yeah, I really love this actually. I wasn't sure, I kind of wanted to test out the pattern first, and so I picked some fabrics from my stash and I wanted to colour block, and so I was having a look. I didn't have a huge amount of kind of sweatshirt in, so I wanted to have a look to see what I had that maybe go together, and I kind of thought, I think I shared this on last week's vlog, but I kind of thought that this coral kind of picked out some of these colours in here, and I thought hopefully that will go quite well, and actually now it's made up, I really love it. So I've done the same on the back. Basically it's just the same, exactly the same on the front and the back, but yeah, I really love it. And looking sort of at photos of this and the other one I made, this one really kind of lights up my face. I think it's the kind of bright coral maybe, but yeah, I'm really pleased with this sweater. So the other ones that I have made, so the second one I made was this. I've worn all 3 of these this week already. I sort of predominantly work from home and they've just been really nice, perfect really for this cold weather. So this was the second one that I made, And this is in a, oh, that was Ralphie sneezing. This is in a really fleecy, Ralph, wait. Sorry, he's trying to get my attention now because I'm talking to you and not talking to him. But this is a really fleecy, soft fleecy sort of sweatshirt in, and it's really quite, it's a little bit thicker than this, and it's really snuggly. Although when I wore this, I put it on over the top of black leggings and I had a black t-shirt underneath, and when I took it off I was absolutely covered with white fluff. So I don't know if that's the best thing to be wearing with sort of black, but I thought sort of picking out the you know, the black bits on it would be sort of quite good to coordinate with. I've put some purple ribbon on. This was also from my stash. And then I had some of this left over, which is Cozy Colours. It's a very lightweight jersey actually, but I thought that kind of went okay. I wasn't sure when I put the black bands on. When I put these black bands on, I was a little bit worried that I would end up looking like, you know, footballers when they have the black bands around their arms for the fact that they're captain of the team. I said to my husband, do I look like a football captain with the black bands on it? But he said that they went okay. So I kind of thought, okay, I'll stick with it. I don't know whether I should have used black ribbon really to kind of tie it all in together, but I thought this purple kind of picked out the purple here quite well. And unfortunately I didn't have enough. I have made a couple of things with a really nice sort of fleeceback sweatshirt in this purple colour, and I think that would have been perfect on the band on the sleeves, but unfortunately I've used all that up and I didn't have any of it left. And I did search around because I thought I did have some, but I obviously didn't. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I ended up going with the black. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. This one I don't think lights up my face quite as much as this one does. I mean, just sort of doing that and then that, I don't know, it just seems to really brighten my face up, but I think it's possibly this sort of bright coral that does that. So that was the second one that I made. And then I didn't stop there. I started thinking, right, what else can I make? So I had some fabric in my stash that I bought a little while ago and I'd earmarked for a Myland sweater by Closet Core, but I decided to actually utilise it for another one of these because I knew that this came together really quickly, and the first Myland that I've made, or the only Myland I've made actually, came out really big, and I think I'd have to sort of play around with the sizing a bit. I didn't want to muck that up with this particular fabric, so I decided to use this for another Drew sweater, and it is this, and I absolutely love this. So this is well, you probably know I've talked about this before, my love of pandas, and you can see the various pandas around my office. So this fabric, when it was released from See You at 6, I just couldn't resist it. Somebody actually alerted me to this, and I mean it is actually really quite expensive fabric, so I didn't want to buy too much of it. Well, I couldn't really afford to buy too much of it, if I'm honest. But it's just a French terry, this one, so it's not fleece backed at all. So it is a little bit thinner than these other fabrics, but it's still really good for a sweatshirt in. But I just bought a metre of this, and then I bought a metre of the green, which matches perfectly, and this is also See You at 6. And I just bought a metre at each of those two, and my plan was to kind of colour block them with the Myland sweater, but then obviously now I've decided to make the Drew with it. So on the back I have actually put black sweatshirt in on the back of the sleeve, and then I've put the green on the front, so I thought I'd just try something a little bit different with that one. And then you can see sort of on the sleeve there that you've got the black on the back and the green on the front, and then I've kind of broken it up with the black band again, and this time I've used black cuffing ribbon all around the neckline and the cuffing. And I even found a little matching label, which was from Becky's Sewing Studio. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this, and I have already worn this one. I wore this yesterday, I think, so I think these sweaters are going to be in sort of quite regular rotation. To be honest, they may not be my last ones. If I find a pattern I really like, I tend to make quite a few. I mean, the Naivety is an example of that. I've made quite a lot of those, as you're aware, and I've got a feeling that I'll probably be making some more of these. Now, I have bought a couple more sweatshirtings. I might have shared them already, but the black one was one of them. So I just bought some basic colours because I wanted to have some basic ones in my stash that I can either colour block with, or I can kind of pair with other stuff. I think the Drew sweater really lends itself to colour blocking, and I think I actually prefer the colour blocked versions of them than just a plain version of it, if I'm honest. So yeah, I've got this. The black is actually a fleecy, it's fleece lined, and where did I get that one from? I think that might have been Sew Me Sunshine. And then I got a really lovely kind of cream colour, which is absolutely beautiful quality and is also fleece backed, and I got that from where was it? The Fabric Boutique, which is based in Leicestershire, in Ashby de la Zouch. So I may well colour block the cream, the black, and I've also got a red one on its way from Festive Fabrics, which I've also just bought a metre of. So all of these I've just bought a metre of, and because they're these kind of sweatshirtings are quite wide, you can actually get quite a lot out of them. Now I've actually still got quite a bit of the fabrics left over, because the fact that these are colour blocked, you don't actually use that much fabric. So obviously the biggest pieces are the front and the back. So the Panda fabric is, I've got much less of that left, probably just under ½ metre, but I've definitely still got enough that I could kind of play around with, maybe using it on a little piece like that, or or even something else small. I'm not sure yet, I have to have a little think, but yeah. And I think with the red that I've got coming, that's coming from Festive Fabrics, and it's a dark red, so not like a really bright red, but it's not as dark as like a burgundy. I think it's just more of a sort of a darker cherry red from what I can gather. We'll have to see what it's like when it turns up, but I'm kind of thinking that I'd really like a plain kind of colour blocked one with the cream, the black and the dark red together. So I think that will be really nice. So I think there's definitely going to be another 1, 2, I don't know how many more, to be honest. I mean, there's only so many sweaters that you can wear, but these are the sort of things that I kind of, because I work from home a lot, these are the sort of things that I kind of wear a lot of and just kind of throw on when I'm working from home. So they do come in quite handy. So I think I'm going to have a little, I always like to have a little sort of purge of my wardrobe, and I think I'm going to have another little purge maybe over Christmas, and just have another look at sort of some of the things that I haven't worn so much, or don't necessarily fit me too much now, and see if I can sort of make a little bit more room for some of these other kind of newer things that I'm making. So they are the 3 things that I've made this week. So it's quite a lot really in one week, but as I said, they were really quick to put together, and you can literally sew them up within sort of 30 minutes to an hour, to be honest. And after I'd done the first one, I wasn't even really referring to the instructions, because it is literally that simple. I didn't really need the instructions after that. So yeah, that was really good. The other thing I've been working on this week, and I am slightly worried that I'm not going to get this done in time, and this is for the challenge that's running this month, in the month of November, by Stash Hub. Now I have done a separate vlog on this, and it is the Sew to Celebrate 2 challenge, and this is to celebrate the fact that Stash Hub has turned 2. And the idea is that you sew 2 meters of cotton from your stash, and cotton was chosen because it is the gift that you give for a 2nd wedding anniversary. So it all kind of ties in together, 2nd anniversary of Stash Hub and that's kind of how it all came about. So I really wanted to get involved because I absolutely love Stash Hub. I mean, for me, Stash Hub is a real kind of not a lifesaver, but it has really helped me organise and sort out my fabric stash. And as you know, I have got quite a big fabric stash, so it's really helped me kind of keep control and keep organised of all of that. I think if I didn't have Stash Hub, I would definitely forget, one, what fabrics I have in my stash, and also where they're located. I have them in various different locations around my office. I've got a chest of drawers just over my shoulder here, and that has got lots of different ones in, and when you open those drawers, obviously you can see what's in there. I've got some in the top of the wardrobe up here, and I've got some in some of these boxes down here. So yeah, I've got them dotted around. So I think if I didn't have Stash Hub, I wouldn't, I think I'd struggle to find fabrics, if I'm honest. So yeah, it has really helped me. So I really wanted to get involved with this challenge. Now I'm not going to go into massive detail about this challenge because I have got the other vlog that I did, which came out on Monday, all about it. But I really need to get on with my project for that. So I have made a start on it. And the pattern, if you didn't already know, is this. So it is the Panini pleated shirt. When I saw this pattern come out, I really liked the look of it, and it was because it's quite different. So it's quite a loose fitting shirt, and that is because of all of these pleats. But it sounds like it would be really quite complicated, and it's not at all. So I've sort of, all I've done so far is I've constructed the back piece. So my next kind of mission is to then start on these front pieces. I think once you've actually done the pleated bit, I mean, to be fair, it did take a while, because what I did is I actually drew all the lines on for the pleats to make sure that I'd got them all in place, and then I started pleating it all, but then I got really confused with the pleat right in the middle at the back, and it says on the instructions to just do a box pleat, I think it said. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the page now. It's quite a few pages into these instructions. Yeah, and it just says prepare the back bodice pleats following the diagram below. Create the box pleat at the centre back, and that's all it says. So it doesn't really tell you how to create that box pleat. Now I have been sewing a long time, and I have done box pleats before, but it's not something that I do, you know, on every project. So sometimes I do need to refer back to some instructions, and I don't know why. Maybe I was tired, I'm not sure. I just couldn't get my head around how you created the box pleat in conjunction with all of the other pleats. So this is the back piece. Now you probably can't see the pleats that much on this fabric because it's so busy, but I'll just bring it in a little bit closer so that you can see. And yeah, what you do is basically you pleat, you basically start on the middle one, so you kind of do your pleat there first, and then you gradually work out. I don't know if there was something not quite right with the sizing, but the box pleat didn't quite, there wasn't really enough fabric to do a proper box pleat, so I kind of I just kind of folded it very slightly to create that middle pleat, and there is not a lot of sort of pleat there, but the rest of them, they have sort of like a bit more of a pleat. And I'll show you the inside as well so that you can see, and you might be able to see the pleats a little bit better there. And then once you have done all of the pleats, you then have to top stitch down, and you have to top stitch the back of the pleat, and then turn it over and top stitch the front of each pleat as well. So that actually took quite a long time to do, because obviously you're sort of doing double the amount. But actually, yeah, I think the back, you can sort of see the pleats a little bit better there. And as you can see, the box pleat in the middle isn't quite right, but on the outside it kind of looks perfect, so I'm going with that. Yeah, I'm really hoping all the work that I've put into this, the thing that actually fits. So I've actually gone with a size 10 on this, and that is because the garment actually has quite a lot of ease on it, and I think because of these pleats, it sort of has a bit of additional ease. So the finished garment measurements don't actually include the pleat. I think that's with the sort of pleats already done. So I kind of went with the 10, and I'm really hoping that once I've completed it, it will be finished. But yeah, that's kind of my priority this weekend, to get that done. This fabric was an absolute dream to work with, to be honest. It is the perfect fabric for this sort of project. Because of doing all these pleats, you need it to be really crisp, and I think on a like a viscose or something like that, it really probably wouldn't work quite as well. So this this shirt pattern is absolutely perfect for a nice kind of lightweight cotton. Now I have decided to go with the short sleeves on this, and that is purely because the challenge calls for 2 meters, and doing long sleeves on this I think would have taken me well over the 2 meters. And I kind of figured with the short sleeves, I can always wear either a nice chunky cardigan over the top. I could always wear a long sleeve top underneath, and then it's versatile for all seasons really. So that was sort of my thinking. So yeah, that is my plan, to carry on with that for the rest of this weekend, because I really need to get that done. I think once I've got the front pieces pleated and complete, then I think putting the rest of the garment together will be quite simple. So I just need to get those front pieces kind of done really, and then I can crack on with the rest of it. Oops, sorry about that. That's me just dropping the remote control for my phone tripod. Other than that, the other things I need to do, I mentioned in last week's vlog, I've got an advent calendar to do. I have made a start on cutting that out, but obviously we are now on the 24th of November, so I've pretty much got a week really to get that sort of done. So I really need to the shirt and the advent calendar, so I really need to get cracking on both of those. So I think I'm going to be sort of trying to sew quite a bit this weekend. Thankfully I don't really have any plans, so I will be doing quite a lot of sewing to try and get those two things sorted out. And then after that, I'm kind of a little bit more free in a way. I don't have any challenges in December. I don't have any sort of particular projects that I need to do. I do have a collaboration coming up, but that is going to be sort of reveal date for that will be early January, so I do have a little bit of time on that. So yeah, I feel like I have a little bit more time, and I've got some time off over Christmas this year, which I don't normally have, so I've got quite a nice long break, so I think I'm going to have plenty of sewing time. So other than that, I've got a few fabrics to share with you this week that have arrived. Now I don't know whether to mention this or not, and I really don't want to go into loads of detail, but I've had a little bit of a stressful part to my week this week, because I ordered, basically I've been looking for some kind of wool, double-faced wool fabric for quite a long time, and I hadn't really found anything that really kind of jumped out at me that I thought I really love. And somebody recommended a particular shop to me, and I'm not going to go into detail who they are, and I'm going to talk about this really quickly, but I just feel like I want to just mention it. And I had a look on their website, and they actually had quite a few sort of double-faced wools, and I thought, do you know what, I'm actually going to order one of them, because these are fairly good value for what you get. And I decided to pick one of them, and it said on their website that it was a heavyweight wool, and it was double-faced, and I thought, you know, I'm really excited about receiving this. And then I had a little look on their website and found another piece of fabric that was a really bright blue sort of viscose fabric, and I thought, oh, that is absolutely beautiful. So I ordered the two, They're all of their fabrics are kind of pre-cut, so and I think they're predominantly dead stock. So you know, they are you get a sort of a set length. So both pieces were like 3 meters long, and they took a little while to come because they're not a UK company. And when they arrived, they arrived this week. They really weren't quite what I was expecting. So the wool on their website said it was heavyweight and it's really thin. I haven't got them here to show you, and that is because at the moment they're still in the bag, and I've just been so upset by what has happened that I can't even bear to look at them at the moment. So they are just tucked away in a cupboard. I might share them at a later date, I'm not sure. I don't really know what to do with them, to be honest. And the other one, the bright blue, actually turned up and it was not bright blue at all. It was kind of like purple, like a purpley colour. It was really muted, and the colour on the website looks nothing like it. So I just put a couple of things on my Instagram stories this week, basically just saying, you know, I've received these fabrics, slightly disappointed, they weren't quite what I was expecting. Didn't say anything nasty or anything, and I started getting messages almost instantly from the company, basically asking me to remove the posts, and when I didn't remove them immediately, I started getting a barrage of messages from them, to the point where they were actually quite threatening, and I've never had anything like that before. I mean, this is a business, and by the end of the basically I removed the post. There was probably about 4 or 5 sort of stories, but I did not say anything nasty about them in any of them. I just sort of expressed the fact that I was a little bit disappointed with the fabrics. They weren't what I thought they were going to be, and they really took offence to it. And I mean, I'm even feeling a bit, you know, my heart's sort of palpitating a little bit. But I don't really deal very well with confrontation, and they were really quite aggressive in their messaging. And yeah, it's just I did remove the messages, but it just really annoyed me because you know, I think as a consumer you are entitled to, you know, provide feedback about something if you're not happy with it. I happen to just put it on my socials, but when I looked on their website, they have no facility for leaving feedback. So yeah, that left me feeling a bit, to be honest, I was feeling a bit upset and quite shaken by the whole experience. I'm kind of over it now. I did consider emailing them. They did say to me, if you're not happy, email us. However, on their website it says they don't accept refunds. Once the fabric is cut, it's cut. So I thought, well, if I'm getting that kind of response from them on messages, I can't imagine it will be any different on email. So I could email them, and I'm only going to get the same response back. Thankfully, they are not a UK company, and I don't know any UK company, fabric company that I have dealt with that would ever speak to a customer like that. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. Anyway, I don't want to bang on about it for ages because I feel like I'm already waffling, but suffice to say, I've not had a particularly nice week because of that. Yeah, it's just kind of left me feeling a bit sort of upset and shaken. I'm okay now. I'm all over it, but yeah, that wasn't really very nice to have to deal with. But I have had some other fabrics delivered this week, and I just wanted to share those because these are all fantastic companies, and you know, they all have brilliant sort of customer service. I've never had any issues with any of these, so I just kind of want to shout out about the good companies out there. I'm not going to bang on about the negative companies. I will never order from that company again, but you know, I've learnt my lesson, and I will continue to order from the companies that I know and love and that, you know, are absolutely fantastic. So the fabrics that I have purchased this week, well, sort of over the last week or so, that have arrived this week. First of all, I have this fabric here. So this is it's a viscose. This is a remnant piece that I bought from So, and I think the green is actually looking slightly dull on the camera. It's a little bit more of a sort of a brighter emerald green. And this is just a remnant 1.45 meters, I believe. So it's enough to do a little top. I'm not sure which top yet, but one of the things I have sort of come to realise, I need a few more sort of tops and blouses and shirts, that kind of thing, for sort of work and stuff like that. And I don't have that many kind of more wintry sort of type ones with the longer sleeves and stuff. So I think that is kind of some things that I want to start making a few more of those sort of things. But this is definitely enough to make a little top. So I got that piece from So. And then the next fabric I got was this, which is from Jenny Stitches. Now, she shared this in her Friday live at 5 last week, and it is a stretch velvet. It's got I think it's got a really nice amount of stretch to it, so you can see there, nice and stretchy. And to be honest, this sold out so quickly. I couldn't believe how quickly it sold out, and I sort of ummed and ahed a little bit about it, not because I didn't like it, but because I was sort of thinking, I was trying to think of what I would make with it, to be honest, and I was kind of thinking a top, you know, a nice little, even something like the Whitcomb top, or something that, you know, will be kind of around the party, that you could wear around the party season or this time of year. And when I looked on her website, she was pretty much sold out of it. So I contacted her and said, do you have any, will you be getting any more? She said that she possibly wouldn't, because she needed to order a large quantity from her supplier, so possibly not, but she did have some remnants in stock. So I've actually got 2 pieces here. So she basically said that she's got 2 pieces. I think one was what did I get? One was sort of like less than a metre, and one was sort of a metre or something, but they kind of, the 2 pieces together total about 1.7 metres, so it is quite a nice amount to play with, and I think it will be it will make a really nice top. Now, I did actually also purchase the matching ribbon for this as well in the same colour, so I kind of thought, you know, I could do possibly another Drew, but possibly even all in one colour for this one, or I could do a Whitcomb top or something like that, something with long sleeves I quite fancy. But I think that would be really nice. And in fact, I'm just looking at this this fabric. It's really nicely with this shirt fabric. So although I probably wouldn't wear them together, because you know, the jumper would hide that, but yeah, they go quite nicely together. I've just had a slight interruption because I have just had a delivery at the door, and I've just received the other fabrics that I have purchased, and also my fabric godmother dream wardrobe box. So I might open those here on the camera so that you can see those as well. But the other fabrics I wanted to share with you first. I made a couple of purchases from Rainbow Fabrics this week, because they had another drop which was basically all animal print, and the first one I got was this one, and this is a viscose satin, and it is absolutely stunning. Now, when they did their drop, they had quite a few different leopard prints, and I had a really good look through them all, but this one really jumped out of me because I quite liked the darker colour of this, and honestly, this fabric is such nice quality. I'm so happy with it. It's like, it's the nicest. I'm just trying to get a piece to kind of show you. I don't know if you can see the sheen on it. So it's got a slight sheen to it. And it's completely opaque. Yeah, it's completely opaque, and I actually bought 2 meters of this with a view to make a skirt, because I think this would just make an absolutely beautiful skirt, and then paired with like just a plain black jumper or something. I'm quite tempted to do the Saturday skirt set with it, because I know that I would be able to get that out of 2 meters quite easily. So it was either that or like a bias cut skirt, but having a little bit of a tummy, I don't know if a bias cut skirt would be that kind of flattering across my belly, so I'm thinking maybe the Saturday skirt would be a good option for that. And then the other one I got in their fabric drop was this denim, which is a cow print, and again, this is absolutely stunning. The quality is so nice. It's a really nice sort of weight, and I really want to give the Ilford jacket a go. I have not actually made that pattern yet. I think I'm going to tuck this away for sort of spring, because I think possibly it's not quite right for winter. And with all the other plans and stuff I've got for things like wintry things, I don't think I will be able to kind of squeeze that in. But I just really loved that fabric, and I think I'm gonna have a go at the Ilford with that. And then I've got another remnant piece which I bought from Good Fabrics. If you've not heard of them, they do a lot of very sort of sustainable and eco type fabrics, and they're always really good quality. They have really beautiful fabrics actually, and I have bought a couple of things from them in the past, but this came up as a remnant, so I picked this up. And this is a cotton double gauze, so I will just show you a kind of single layer of it. So yeah, it's a really lovely quality, but it has these kind of gold stars and moons all over it. And I think they're going to be getting some more of this back in stock, and I did see that they had a couple of remnants, and another couple of remnants up. But I kind of had a vision of some PJs with this. Now this remnant is 3.12 meters, so I have got a fairly good amount of this, so I may possibly be able to get a pair of trousers out of it, and possibly just like a very basic tee, like a Naya or something like that. So we'll see, but I think that definitely lends itself to a pair of pajamas. And then the other fabrics that I got this week were from Pound Fabrics, and these are fleeces. I mentioned that I'm planning on making Ralph some jumpers for Christmas, so I've bought a pattern for him, and I've bought 3 fleeces. It looks like quite a lot here, but they're at just a metre each. So they were like £5.95 a metre, so really reasonable. So being a boy, I just got him, I didn't want to get pink or anything like that. So, and I'm trying to think of colours that he doesn't already have. So I obviously bought the bright blue and the khaki green, and then I couldn't resist the panda fabric. My husband said to me that he probably wouldn't take him out wearing that, but I definitely would. So yeah, and they actually feel really good quality. They're a really nice thickness and really soft, so I think they're going to be really good for his pajamas. So that is kind of like, I need to get those made in December. It doesn't matter if I don't get them all done, because obviously being a dog, he doesn't really know that they're for Christmas or anything either. So I've just received my order from Festa Fabrics, and this was the last of the fabric that I'd ordered this week. So I've just quickly opened the pack, and I got a nice little note from Tamlin, which is always nice to receive. And what I've ordered, I love that their fabrics always come in this sort of pattern paper, and I always keep it and then reuse it. So if I send out anything sewing related, I always kind of keep that. So I purchased a couple of meters of this fabric, which is a jersey jacquard. I had my eye on this previously, and then I saw Julie from Julie Sews Her Own Clothes had made the most beautiful sort of cord outfit with a straight skirt and a top, and I decided, as soon as I saw that, I thought, right, I need to get that fabric before it sells out. So yeah, it's a really nice kind of jersey jacquard fabric. I think I'm going to make some kind of a long sleeve top possibly with it, so I haven't quite decided. I've got 2 meters, so I'll have to have a think exactly what pattern I want to use for that. And then this was the dark red sweatshirt that I bought. So again, this was just a metre, and I want to use this for colour blocking, but it's the alpine fleece fabric, so it's got a really nice kind of fleece background to it. So yeah, oh, that colour is absolutely beautiful. So that is, they are the fabrics that I've had in this week. So the only other thing to share with you is I have just received my fabric godmother dream wardrobe. So I thought I would just trying to cover my address up. So I thought I would maybe open this while I'm on the video with you. This is actually a really small box this month. So I know I shared the one that I had last month, which was the satin fabric with the roses all over it, which I wasn't 100% sure about, but I'm going to open this now, and then we'll have a look and see what is in this. So just bear with me 2 seconds. So I'm opening this live, and I don't know what is in this box. So, oh wow, okay. This is okay. So in this box, we always get a fabric, a pattern, and then a haberdashery item. So if you also get the Dream Wardrobe box and you don't want any spoilers, then switch off now, otherwise I will carry on and share the items that I got. So if you want to see what is in my box, the first thing, so we always get a haberdashery item. You always get the fabric, pattern, and then the thread to go with it. So the haberdashery item this month is this beautiful pincushion, and this is actually a Liberty pincushion. Oh, the colours are just beautiful on it. Look at that, it's gorgeous. I love it. I do actually have a Liberty pincushion already, which is I've got it to hand here, and it's this, so it's slightly different. This was bought for me from somebody that I used to work with, but now I have two. So yeah, I absolutely love the colours in this new one. It's obviously got the reds and stuff in it, so yeah, that is gorgeous. I'm really pleased with that. And then the thread that I've got in my box this month is this colour. So it doesn't quite give away what the fabric is when you see this in a minute. It's not really this isn't the colour of the fabric. So and then the fabric that we've got this month is this. Beautiful. Now I am guessing that this might be a, I'm not sure if it is a Liberty print, but it's definitely Liberty-esque. And it's really, it actually feels absolutely beautiful, this does. It's I'm guessing this is a cotton lawn. I'll just bring it a little bit closer, and it's got all these beautiful colours in it, and actually that they are kind of my colours. So this is actually a feels like a cotton lawn, but it feels really good quality. This feels really kind of soft and lovely to touch. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. That's I think that's upside down actually, but yeah, those, or is it, I don't know, maybe it's not, maybe it doesn't really matter what way you put it, but it's got these kind of little poppies and other flowers in, but the colours I think are really nice, and I think that would make a really nice kind of top. So I'm guessing the top that we've got, or the pattern that we've got, might be a top or a blouse. So, oh, okay, interesting. So the pattern we have got in the box is this. So it is a quilted tote bag by Rosie Caldwell. So yeah, slightly different. I wasn't expecting that. I kind of thought it would be a pattern for a blouse or a top. So I'm going to have a look at the we have a QR code in the box, which then links to all the details. So I'm going to have a quick look at that, and then I'll be back in 2 seconds just to let you know a little bit more detail. Okay, so I'm back. I've just had a quick look. So this is actually a Liberty Tana lawn. So that explains why it just absolutely feels so beautiful. It's really smooth, and they've given us 2 meters of it to make the tote bag pattern, which I will put a picture of up here. And they have suggested there is some other things that you can use this with. They've actually created a little pack of all the bits and pieces to go with it, so sort of like the wadding and anything else you need to make the bag. They've actually created a handy little pack that you can purchase alongside this if you want to go ahead and make the bag. So that's quite good to know. and it basically means you don't have to hunt around for the rest of the bits and pieces like the wadding and stuff. They have made some other suggestions and things that you could make. So they've suggested a few blouse patterns if you would prefer to make a blouse with it. I mean, this would be quite good for the Sew to Celebrate 2 challenge run by Stash Hub, because this is 2 meters and it's obviously cotton Tana lawn. So that would have fitted quite well in with the challenge. Whether you would get enough time to make that between now and then, I'm not sure, but actually I think this would be really lovely for a kind of a quilted tote bag. Yeah, that would be really nice. So yeah, I might consider possibly making that up with it, or I'll have a look and see what the other options that I could make with it. I mean, it would be quite a nice blouse possibly. But yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to have a think. Funnily enough, they also suggested with this pattern that you could use like they've also got a cow print denim, and they suggested that for this bag pattern as well. So depending on how much I use of my cow print denim, that's another option for that. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this box. A really nice little Liberty inspired box this month, which is really nice. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing that impromptu sort of unboxing. That wasn't planned. I knew my box was turning up today, but I didn't know when, so that's quite handy that it turned up while I was filming. So I'm going to stop there because I think I've been on here for quite a while now. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be until I put it all together, because I've kind of stopped and started along the way when I've had a few interruptions. So I will leave it there, and I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Obviously don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this, and please comment below if you have any comments on anything that I've shared today, and I shall catch up with you again next week. I hope you have a good week of sewing, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.